Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray, and we are just plain living here.
And we are freezing to death.
We're freezing today. We don't have any heat, and so. But I know what we do have. We've got Stroop Man all over this building.
I hope so.
So we're gonna have us some heat. But right now we don't have any heat. So Peggy's got a Tullahoma High School football blanket, and let go Wildcats. And we're trying to stay warm.
We're just trying to stay alive here. Have you had a good week?
I've had a good week. Other than this happened on this happened Friday, and late Friday when the heat went out. Of course, you can't get any parts over the weekend if you need to order parts, and nobody carries every part that every air conditioner.
I was wearing this blanket last week.
So we have space heaters sitting around trying to stay warm, and it's this old house is a beautiful old house, but it gets cold quick.
Yes, it does.
Cold
yes,
quick.
It does.
So how about you? The wintertime, it has warmed up though.
Oh yeah.
Compared to what it was.
I thought it was a heat wave till I walked in here. Right?
Well, it's funny how warm 35 degrees feels when it's been 8.
I know.
8's pretty dang cold. So
anyway,
we're doing it.
We'll get over it.
We're doing it. Hey, let's see here. Oh, we need to talk about this. Miss Tullahoma Scholarship Pageant, March the 7th. And that is at South Jackson Civic Center. Now that is the Miss Tullahoma contest, which was done at the high school for years and years and years. Now is part of South Jackson Civic Center.
South Jackson Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
We've changed the name.
I know that, but after what 40 years of calling it the Civic Center, it's hard to remember that.
And there's several different categories in that.
Oh yeah, well you got Little Miss, Junior Miss, Young Miss, and Miss. And as far as I'm concerned, dismissed.
Dismissed.
Yeah.
How do you get involved? I mean.
How do you get involved? Well, registration deadline's February the 20th, and visit the website for forms, www.southjackson.org. And I'm sure you can go by the office down there and stop in, and I mean that's what I would do, because that way you know that somebody there has it. Your right. Registration and what you need to do. And the
categories and all that.
And you finding the information out of the horse's mouth.
Right.
Instead of thinking you got it from the website.
Exactly.
Because when the power goes out, the website goes out too.
I know.
And the power is liable to go out. So.
And that's March 7th. Is
March
that
7th.
A Saturday, or do you know?
That is a Saturday. Oh yeah, it's a Saturday. And registration deadline February the 20th. So get involved there with that.
There's a lot going on in February. Next week I'm going to have some people on that are in Little Women. Little Women. Which is the next production at South Jackson Performing Arts Center. And then the fall.
Is that about elves or gnomes, Little Women? Are they little big women?
That's a famous play.
It is. I know what
anyway,
it is.
it will be fun.
And a movie. I guess it was a book to start off with.
I think it was a book, and we have some of the characters coming on next time that will do a little bit of acting for you and talk about Little Women.
And isn't that if my memory serves me correct, about a house that has a bunch of sisters in it.
Bunch of sisters, yes.
And I've seen that movie. It's a wonderful movie. It's an old black and white movie, the one I like to see.
Fabulous characters in it. I mean, some good actors and actresses, so it'll be fun.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be.
And coming up also at the Performing Arts Center is Chorus Line.
A chorus line?
A chorus line. It's the next play
after the Little Women.
And that was a challenge for a small town to do, Chorus Line.
There will probably be a
dancing.
lot of dancing
Fabulous
done.
dancing, yes.
Fabulous dancing. We got fabulous dancers around
Yeah, we
here.
do. It's going
Yes,
to
we
be
do.
fun. But a lot of things going on, and there's also a lot of things going on in town. Valentine's Day is coming up, and the Hamiltons are doing a production on the 13th,
Yes.
Friday night. Our band, South Jackson Street Band, will be going to Bell Buckle Banquet Hall for a big
On the
deal
14th.
on the 14th, which is Saturday. And there's, I'm sure, other things happening. I just don't know.
Oh
all the
heavens, yes!
things.
But it's that time of year, and a lot of fun, a lot of things. And I saw pictures from JT's band.
I wish you'd been there. They were fabulous.
Oh yeah, they are. They always are.
They did a great job, and they never stopped. They went from one genre to another, and from one decade to another seamlessly. I was so proud of them.
Yeah,
It was fun.
and there were a lot of people. Did anybody dance?
There are some people that danced all over the place.
Danced all over the place.
And at
That's
the
good.
end, my favorite part, at the very end, some gentleman, I have no clue who he was, but he became the band director. He was at the bottom of the stage directing all the music. It was
He was having fun,
he
wasn't
was
he?
having a good old time.
Good time.
Yeah,
good
we
time.
hope to have them back. They did a wonderful job.
Yeah, JT
JT
and that bunch
Northcutt
is.
is his whole crew, 3 guys from Nashville, and I think the rest are fairly local.
Right, right.
One from Shelbyville, I believe. And anyway, I was proud.
Oh yeah,
Good job.
they do a wonderful job. They have for years and years and years, and that's good. That's good to hear that.
I had enough clothes on to last a week. I mean, I thought I was going to freeze to death when I got there. And this building's not the only building that had gone out of heat.
Right.
South Jackson's auditorium and the stage were fine, but the rest of the building was cold.
Cold.
So it's not just this.
No, it's not just
Building.
us. You know, when you got that kind of cold coming through, it affects a whole lot of things.
It does.
You know,
Anyway, we
it's
had a
sort
good
of
time.
like it puts stress on if you already have an old piece of equipment. That old piece of equipment's used to running, you know, a certain way, and gets the job done. But when you get the kind of stress at 8 degrees
That's right.
puts on something, things start breaking.
Yeah, but we all survived. It was nice and warm in the auditorium, and we had a good time.
Valentine's coming up, right?
you write a new-
Oh, you know, it's funny how you think about stuff, and then all of a sudden, you just have to write something.
And is this something
And this
you
is
just had to write?
this is one about it's sort of about what flips the switch for you to write or not write.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Whoops, there goes another one. A thought that might be unique, raveled shreds of logic floating, looking for the proper words that lends a path to speech. Is the idea good enough to invest the time, to find the perfect nuances, then throw in a little bit of rhyme? Is it something old or something new? Is it them or is it you? Is it saucy? Is it sage? Either way, just put it on the page, because that's what writers do. Mostly just for fun. Whoops, there goes another one. So
Was this your last project?
it just came up. You know, I was thinking, and all of a sudden I heard, in my mind, I heard 2 or 3 words together, and I went, whoop, there it goes.
See, there it goes. So it was time to write
And
it.
so you write about it, and you know, a thought that might be unique. And that's the thing about finding something that's different enough
To write
to
about.
capture
The
your
attention.
abilities, and then see if you can make it work. Thought it might be unique, and because it was raveled shreds of logic floating by me, looking for the proper words that lends a path to speech. So without the writer, all of this stuff, all these little ideas are there, but without someone who packages it and puts it all together, it's just
Floats on.
pieces floating
Yeah.
around. Is the idea good enough to invest the time to find the perfect nuances that tie it all together? And then throw in a little bit of rhyme.
Yeah.
Something old, or is it something new? Is it about them, or is it about you? Is it saucy? Is it sage? Either way, just put it on the page.
Right.
You know, get it done. Because that's what writers do, mostly just for fun. Uh-oh, there goes another one.
And
So those things are floating
they're
around
floating around
all the time,
and
all
you
the
just
time.
grab these little pieces when
Parts
you
and
can
pieces.
and piece it all together.
And put it together, and that's what makes it fun. And is this something that's worth reading? I don't know, but it made me happy.
Well,
You know, that's all I care
That's
about, is making me happy. I don't care about the rest of them.
I write sometimes.
Reader's Digest. People talk about Reader's Digest, how Reader's Digest is just garbage. You know, it's not real stuff, real stories, not real stories. You know, Oak Island, that's Oak Island that they're hunting
Yeah.
for treasure. Those two brothers read about that in Reader's Digest when they were
did?
kids.
I didn't realize that.
And that's what started their journey to Oak Island, when they were this tall and this tall.
That's interesting.
They
yeah.
read it in Reader's Digest. I read this story in Reader's Digest, and so I wrote a poem about it. Because this is something that really happened. The heart shapes placed around the house means Lover's Day is near. But one heart has been broken, her love has died this year. The soulmate who kept love fresh and blooming in their home, each Valentine sent roses, but now that love is gone. She worked hard to stay busy, filling up her life with things she'd not needed as a lover and a wife. But Valentine is special, it always was to them. No matter how hard she tries, she can't stop missing him. Then roses appear at the front door with a note pinned in his hand, declaring his love for now and evermore. How wonderful it is to be loved by such a man who found a way to send his love undying through the years. So each and every Valentine's roses appear. Each springtime she'll get flowers till death knocks at her door, and she is reunited with her love forevermore. Then roses appear on her tombstone with a note pinned in his hand declaring a love that will live on and on. How wonderful it is to be loved by such a man who found a way to send his love undying through the years. So each and every Valentine's roses appear. Yes, he found a way to send his love undying through the years. Each and every Valentine's roses appear. And that is a true story. This guy
I knew that.
set that up with a florist that no matter what happened, she got roses after he was gone, every Valentine's. And then after she was gone, the roses went to the gravestone.
That's awesome.
Now,
I hope
that's some big time love right there,
Yeah.
you know.
I got to tell you about my roses. I was very young, and I think we had one child, and my husband worked all the time. He was in the military.
Sure.
He was gone a lot. And it was Valentine's, and there was a knock on the door, and there was these beautiful roses, and they were from Ralph, but he hadn't paid for them, so I had to pay for them.
That's my Ralph right there.
Yeah.
Go down to the flower shop, get Fran some stuff and put it on her bill.
Right. Oh, well.
Oh, me.
He meant well.
He did mean well, and he did well.
I know.
And he did well by you, and you.
Yeah, he made me laugh a lot.
He made
yeah,
you
he made me
laugh.
laugh.
And he loved you. There ain't no telling how big and bad he loved you. You know that.
Yeah, he did. I think he did.
He did. I landed in Nashville, my bag's in Miami. 24 East is a parking lot as far as I can see. The daily mess, chasing success. That's the game I play, so I forge on to get back home just to hear you say, come walk with me through a field of Queen Anne's lace. Feel the soft caress of warm breeze on your face. Leave the grind of life behind. Embrace what used to be. Forget the plan, just hold my hand and take a walk with me. Come walk with me down a road traveled less. It's free of confrontation, pressures, gift, and stress. We'll stroll along, skip some stones, climb up in a tree, jump in and swim. Forget them and take a walk with me. A hillside, sage waist high, a blanket in the sun. Each embrace move time and space like when we were young. Before life spent our innocence and left us both adult. Want it back? I know a path that's not so difficult. Come take a walk with me. Through a field of Queen Anne's lace, feel the soft caress of a warm breeze on your face. Leave the grind of life behind. Embrace what used to be. Forget the plan. Just hold my hand. Come take a walk with me.
That's sweet.
So,
forget the plan and hold my hand.
Forget the plan. Do something for your love. For Valentine, do it every day. Do it every week. Don't wait for a special day to love someone.
That's true.
Love them always. We'll be back after these messages.
Well, maybe we're still here.
Maybe.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton's Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
For over 40 years, family-owned Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration is the name you can trust for residential and commercial HVAC installation, maintenance, and repair. As we transition to our next generation of leadership, the Stroop team is committed to providing your indoor comfort needs. We at Stroop's emphasize excellence in everything we do with certified technicians, 24/7 emergency service, and free estimates. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company.
Gracie and Pedro might not get along so well.
They're standing on my tail.
But there's one thing they agree on. There's a right seat for everyone.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Whether you're a dog,
Hold on, Pooch.
a cat, a fish, or a rat.
And I'm a ferret.
Be sure to travel safe.
How can you be so sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
On your next adventure, make sure your children are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, folks, I'm back, and look at that. We're going straight to this guy right here. I was fortunate enough to go to NOAA, the community center at NOAA, which is down around Beech Grove, this Sunday afternoon. Becky Buller goes in there from time to time, and of course we all know Beck, and she comes and visits with us, and she's an incredible talent who lives right over here in Manchester. And every now and then she'll go to NOAA and play an afternoon on a Sunday afternoon, and we usually go watch and see what happens. Well, we go in there this Sunday, and she has this guy in there with her, and this guy is a songwriter as well as Becky, and they had it all set up sort of like sitting in a living room, and the place was packed, and they talked about what it is to be a writer, how you do that, how things happen for you, and a little bit of your story. Of course, we all know Becky's story because she's internationally famous.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, she's the first woman to ever win an instrumentalist award in the Old Man's Club, which is bluegrass.
Yeah.
And the same year had Song of the Year the same year.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said the other day, she'd been involved in 3 Grammys and you know, and probably 12 to 15 IBMA awards.
Mm-hmm. Been on the Opry, I think 5
all
times.
All of it. She does it all. She's on the radio. She's teaching at East Tennessee State now as well. And here all of a sudden is Andrew McBride.
Yeah.
And she introduces you and told a little bit, excuse me, about your story about being a player, being a farmer, being a cowboy, going to California trying to make it in the music business, finding a woman that you love, brought her back home, and here you are on this TV station right here in Tullahoma. And we just found out, he didn't know until what, Sunday, that you had won the regional round at South Jackson Performing Arts Center for the country music songwriter.
Yeah, the Tennessee Songwriter Week.
Tennessee Songwriter Week. And you won the round here, so you will be going to the Franklin Theater.
That's right, yeah.
What? When is that? This coming Sunday?
No, it'll be on the 26th, I believe. Yes, if I'm not mistaken. I just was looking it up last night. It is a Thursday evening at the Franklin Theater, and there are 7 showcasings. It's a statewide event, and they narrow it down to 7, and one of those venues is the Franklin Theater, which, as you know, is just beautiful, ornate, iconic venue in Franklin, Tennessee. And from these 7 events across the state, they will choose one from each, and then they're going to do a songwriter round at the Bluebird Cafe and have those 7 there and showcase what they have chosen as the songs that stood out. So I was fortunate enough that here there's incredibly talented folks here in Tullahoma that came out and performed, and they end up choosing me to go forward, and I'm just so humbled and grateful, and I just feel blessed that a song that I wrote connected, and that they chose to send it for. So the song that I did there is the same one that I'll play through and at the Franklin Theater, and if you want to hear it.
So you use is that what you do once you take a song, and that's what you play at each of the venues?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Same song.
Same song. Yes. Yeah.
Well, if it's a winner once, why put something else in its place?
Yeah. But who knows? I mean, we're, in Tennessee, I mean, Tennessee is kind of known for music from, as you well know, from Memphis to Nashville to the beginnings of really all recorded music being the Bristol sessions out in Bristol, Tennessee and East Tennessee. And that's what kind of started it all, where you had the Carter family getting recorded, and then, you know, the beginnings of the Grand Ole Opry all the way over to Elvis and all them boys, Johnny Cash in Memphis, Tennessee. So,
and then you can't pass up the third end of that triangle, which is New Orleans.
Well, the reason I said Tennessee was because this is a Tennessee statewide deal.
Sure.
And we are just full of wonderful songwriters and musicians
of course,
in this state. You're one of them.
Well, I don't know about that, but the music's here.
Yeah.
If you want it, you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
And it you know, it's kind of funny. I used to book bands, and around here, you can get a wedding done for $400 or $500.
Yeah.
You go take that same band and you take them down to Mobile, and they'll get $2,500 for that same wedding.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being is there ain't a whole lot of players in Mobile.
Yeah.
There's players everywhere in Tennessee starving to death. They'll play a gig for anything.
Yeah.
Can I have a hot dog and a cold beer? I'll play.
Yeah, they come from
and
all
a tip
over.
jar.
Oh yeah, a tip jar at a wedding. That might be a song.
Yeah, tip jar at the wedding. Well, I'll wait till after you play and sing for my next statement. So what was the song that you played?
So the song that I played was a song that I wrote called Jackknifing, and it's one that I picked to do because we've had so much of this weather just all across the country with all these snowstorms and all that's going on with that, and I just was really thinking about that this week doing it. You know, what song do I have that might connect with what's going on with folks, you know, right now, that, you know, folks at the time, and I hope that they're getting power and all, but we're, you know, that's a long time in Nashville to go without power.
They still have some without it.
Yeah, so it's a song about a snowstorm, and it's a truck driving song, and I could tell you a little bit about it. It was I was working with the guy one time, and I was kind of complaining. I was a young man when I wrote this. I was about 22, and older fella. I said, you know, this job, I think I'd rather just go drive a truck. You know, I said, it sounds more fun than doing this. And he said, no, you don't. I said, I think I do. He said, no. He said, you think you do until you're driving up past Denver and past a UPS truck that's chaining his tires, and you are naive and get up to the top of that mountain, and then you start jackknifing, sliding sideways, and you ain't slept in 2 days, and you're slapping your face to stay awake while you're sliding down the mountainside. And he had been a truck driver,
right?
So he wasn't anymore after that. And so I got home that day, and I thought, man, that really stuck with me. I thought that sounded like it ought to be a song, you know? It just, the way that it flowed.
An award-winning song.
Hey, maybe. So far, we made it out of Tullahoma.
Well, let's hear that, Jack.
You want to hear that one? All
okay.
Right.
If it's not so cold, you can't stay in tune.
Well, y'all forgive me if it gets out of tune. We'll do our best here. Trailers jackknifing down the interstate. Biggest snowstorm since '88. Slapping my face just to stay awake. Haven't slept in 48 hours. All the way up the mountain, I was mile marker counting. Saw a trucker chain his tires, but I drove around him. Now I'm sliding down sideways, my heart pounding. But I had to be a rambler, had to ride out on my own. I had to be a cowboy and get so far from my home. I was gonna call Mama in St. Louis. Still don't know why I put her through this. Well, she can't understand why I drive a big rig, but I had to prove to Dad I ain't still a kid. And I can see him now on the farm with the cows, and Mama in her chair, a Bible in her lap, feeding my dog with the table scraps. But I had to be a rambler, had to ride out on my own. I had to be a cowboy and get so far from my home. Trailers jackknifing down the interstate. It's the biggest snowstorm since '88. I'm slapping my face just to stay awake. Haven't slept in 48 hours. Haven't slept in 48 hours. Haven't slept.
Hadn't slept in 48 hours. Slapping my face going down the interstate. I've done that.
Yeah.
On a day where it's colder in this studio, you'd be driving out to have your head stuck out the window, you know, trying to stay awake, making that next call.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, great song.
Thank you.
I like that song. Now I'm gonna ask the question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever sung "Old Long Dark Train"?
Yeah, I think you're talking about
Josh
Turner song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your voice reminds me a lot of him.
Oh wow, that's a mighty fine compliment.
Well,
Thank
it's as good as his, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I've just always wanted to be a songwriter, and anytime I get a compliment for singing, I'm just
Your
humbled.
voice is impressive.
Thank you.
That was the first thing when you started Sunday. That's the first thing that got me. It wasn't a play and it wasn't a song, it was your voice.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you. Yeah.
And then I started listening to what you were saying.
Yeah.
But the first thing when I heard your voice, that just captivated me.
I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
Well, it
John.
wasn't, and one thing, one thing I told Andrew the other day is you're real. You know, what you're doing is not a put on. What you're writing is real. Your emotion is real, and your voice is not. You're not changing it to be like somebody. It's what you've got. It's a God gift. It's a God gift.
Yeah.
It's not something you manufacture. It's either there, or it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can practice and do all you want to try to. You hear people try to sound like other people because that other person might be successful.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to be. I mean, why do you need another Garth Brooks? You got one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's not what's there that the people, the listener is listening for something new and special, telling the stories that are old and important. And you've got that. To me, you've got that.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate what you're doing.
That's
but
very
the
kind.
thing I appreciate most is you keep it. You're real. You're staying real to yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't do this and be somebody else and be successful. You gotta be you.
Yeah.
And you're doing that, and I appreciate that in you and of you.
I appreciate you saying that.
You know,
thank you.
That's sort of the way I feel about it.
It means a lot coming from you.
Well, I don't know who I am to tell you, other than I'm one of those millions of people who are missing real country music.
Yeah.
Who can't get it delivered to them like we had for years and years and years. The storytellers are not telling the stories like they used to. It's something else, completely different. but it ain't country to me.
Yeah, I like all kinds of music, but I didn't know there was anything other than country music or music in church that I would hear as a kid until I was old enough that if my mom ran into the store and left me in the car, I'd flip the stations and I was like, wow, what is all this other stuff out here? I just loved it all. And then eventually I got a guitar and wanted to learn, and realized pretty quickly I couldn't learn other people's songs. I don't know if I didn't have the attention span or if I just didn't have the patience or what it was, but I'd get a chord or two trying to learn somebody else's song and take those chords and just make my own up, because it was easier to do that. And I didn't realize, then when I was, 13 years old or whatever, that was going to be something that, would get a compliment, like you said, because being myself is because I couldn't do what the other people were doing, because I just didn't have the time,
the patience to deal with it.
Yeah. It was just easier for me to just
be
write
you.
my, yeah.
That's where the stars come from. They drop right out of the sky, right in front of you, right in front of me. The other day at Noah, one of those stars dropped out of the sky right in my lap, and here he sits right here. Now, how wonderful is that? Huh?
Well, I'm excited to get to write with you. I'm hoping we can do that.
Well, we'll find something to write about. Shoot, I got writing stuff.
Yeah, I've got one that I would love to write with you. Heck, I don't know how long you got on this, but we can talk about it. Yeah, we'll save something.
We'll talk about that here after a while.
Let's do that.
We ain't gonna talk about it here.
All right.
There's too many thieves out there. But I told you that really doesn't bother me. People ask me, because I don't put my stuff out there greatly, but they say, well, aren't you worried somebody's gonna steal it? And I say, well, if it's good enough for them to steal, well, thank you. Yeah. Then if they want to go to court about it, I'll match lunch bags with Hardee's or an old paper sack from a grocery store with lyrics written on it.
Oh, yeah.
That I've got in my filing cabinet. And then plus now, when you send something to somebody, basically over the internet, I mean,
you get a timestamp on it.
You've got a timestamp on it, and that's all you care about. But if they want to steal it, well, let them steal it, Well,
the way I look at it is, there's an old, like I said, I listen to all kind of music. There's an old Grateful Dead song where it's called Ripple. I don't know if you ever listened. That's one of their more popular ones, and he says in that song, let there be songs to fill the air. So I just feel like if it was a good enough song to steal and it gets out there, when I'm dead and gone, it's not going to matter that I wrote it. Nobody's going to care. I'd rather a song be out there. I think about music like medicine. That's how I think about it. I'm sure you probably do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it has a way to heal you when you're, It can fit so many areas of your life, so many milestones and things like that. And you ever get down or something, you can find the right song that'll lift you back up, and give you hope and that sort of thing. And so if the kind of songs I write, if they were ever to get out, that would just be a blessing.
Yeah,
I feel
for
like,
sure.
Yeah,
for sure. So you want to do another one?
Oh, I certainly could. What would we do?
I want to hear some more of that voice.
All right. Well,
get down deep and low, baby. Get down deep and low.
I'm gonna capo it for this one here, Mr. John. We'll see.
Don't bring him up too high now.
It is a little cold.
What's the name of this one?
This one's called The Farm, and I wrote this one when I first moved away to college, so I'd probably been about 18 years old, I would say. First year away from home, and I grew up on a little farm. And
were you glad to get away?
I was. I thought
at 18.
My whole life I thought that I just needed to get out. Like the song, the last one said, I had to be a rambler, I had to ride out on my own. I don't know why, but maybe it's part of being that one of the last generations where your folks would just let you play outside, go on through the woods, do whatever you wanted, just be home by dark, you know?
Yeah.
So I wasn't scared to go. I was excited to go.
Yeah, there you go. It's cold in this room. My fingers stuck to the string. I can't get a word to come out to sing. There, you got it now.
That'll work. That's close enough, I think.
Get on going.
Yeah.
Andrew McBride, ladies and gentlemen. You heard him first, right here.
I got a handful of bills I don't want to see. Man talking on a TV says more rain is coming my way. I got a record machine still spinning them right. I love to hear it on a rainy night. Those songs seem to always take me home. Back on the farm under southern skies, fields full of cotton in perfect lines. Sometimes cows got in the road. Back on the farm where the old barn leans, the prettiest girl you ever seen lived across the creek, just down the road. And when I close my eyes, the Tennessee River come rolling by. Tried to make $1 on the country dirt, but the crops dried up and we lost the herd, and hard times seem to come in pairs. I got a job working in a town, I must have lost my mind. I sold the ground my great-granddaddy bought for $1 an acre. Back on the farm under southern skies, fields full of cotton in perfect lines. Sometimes the cows got in the road. Back on the farm where the old barn leans, the prettiest girl you ever seen lived across the creek, just down the road. And when I close my eyes, the Tennessee River come rolling by. As I hear the rain falling down tonight, and the record machine keeps spinning right, the farm boy in me starts singing in my soul. Back on the farm under southern skies, fields full of cotton in perfect lines. Sometimes cows got in the road. Back on the farm where the old barn leans, prettiest girl you ever seen lived across the creek, just down the road. And when I close my eyes, Tennessee River come rolling by. Thank you.
Tennessee River come.
Sir, yes sir.
Son, you put it all in there, didn't you? We need to wrap this part up. We don't want to, but I guarantee you, this young man right here, you'll see and hear more about him. I guarantee you, you'll see and hear more about him right here. But out there, he's waiting on the big one, waiting on the big one. Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Y'all come out to the Franklin Theater and you'll hear some of that. I think I've got to have 2 songs just in case, so those are going to be the 2 that I'm going to do, and y'all heard them here before anywhere
There
else.
you go. Hey, what can I say? This guy right here, met him the other day, called me up and said, we got to do something.
Yeah,
I said,
heard
well,
your
I'm your
stuff.
man.
Yes, sir. I heard you're writing.
I am your man. So just getting you here is a wonderful thing. Through the years, we brought a lot of people. There have been a lot of people sitting in that seat. Dustin Lynch, Hunter Girl.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them been in here. I can't right now. I just can't think. Of course, Becky, and it goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah. What an honor to sit here then. Wow.
Yeah. You fill the seat well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
As well as anybody that sat in it. So
Appreciate that.
You did well for yourself, and that voice is just incredible.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's go right a hit.
Let's do it. I'd love to.
That's what we'll do. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you all.
We'll be back after these messages.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
For over 40 years, family-owned Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration is the name you can trust for residential and commercial HVAC installation, maintenance, and repair. As we transition to our next generation of leadership, the Stroop team is committed to providing your indoor comfort needs. We at Stroop's emphasize excellence in everything we do with certified technicians, 24/7 emergency service, and free estimates. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
For all you people out there that are not fit and want to get fit, we're glad to bring to you Mr. Bill Keller's Fun and Fit with Bill Keller.
Today's exercise routine is going to focus on posture. And what happens when posture begins getting bad or weakening is that the chest muscles tend to tighten and they're pulling the shoulder muscles forward, and then gravity takes over and it just continues to compound itself. And all along the back muscles are doing nothing, so they get weak. So what we have to do, what we're going to do in the strength portion of this routine is we're going to stretch or lengthen and relax the chest muscles, and we're going to strengthen the back muscles. Okay, so the way we want to begin is we want to start warming up. Okay, Warm up, move those feet up and down, That's it. Pump your arms, pump your arms. Pump the arms. We want to get that blood circulating throughout our system. Now, how about a little side tap? How about a little side tap? We'll put your arms out, circling forward. Oh yeah, little compound movement here. Circle your arms back. All right, very good, very good. Now, let's come back toward our chair. And let me turn this one around. And sit down. Now we're going to do the breathing portion. We've started the blood flowing a little more, the heart rate beating just a little bit faster, and now we want to pull more oxygen into your system. So I want you to put your hands on your knees, good posture. I want you to run your hands down your leg and breathe out all that stale air and carbon dioxide. Huge breath of air back in, and I want you to hold it up here for 5 seconds. If you get dizzy, stop immediately. All right, now breathe out, big breath in. Oh man, fill up that entire chest cavity. Oh, everything, and hold it up there for 5 seconds now. Okay, breathe it all out. Now, here we go, back in again. Oh man, hold it up here for 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, great. Now, what's happened is we've increased our heart rate, we've increased our oxygen consumption, and now we're going to go to the strength portion of the routine. And the first thing we're going to do to help posture is we're going to strengthen our hip flexor muscles. So sit back in your chair, and not quite all the way to the back, but good posture, and I want you to pick one foot up and hold it for 5 seconds. You definitely feel it here. Okay, the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, pick it up. 2, and up. 4 and 5. Now, the other side, pick it up. All right, now, and up. Excellent, very good. Now, now we're going to lengthen or relax our chest muscles. We're going to do that is we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, and we're going to open the chest up really wide and then relax. Okay, open up and hold for 5 seconds. And relax. Open up, hold for 5 seconds. And down, up. Good. Now, I want you to take your hands behind your head, and I want you to have your elbows out, and I want you to push your elbows back until you're opening up your chest, and hold that for 5 seconds. And relax. Now, do it again, and hold for 5 seconds. Okay. Now another, and very good. Excellent. Now, the next thing we're going to do that opens our chest up and relaxes the chest muscles. Once you taste this, we're going to strengthen our back muscle. I want you to put your head straight out from your shoulders, and I want you to squeeze your back muscles together and pull them back, okay? So we're going to do 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Excellent. Now, so that takes care of the strength portion for our posture. And now the next thing we want to do is some range of motion exercises. So I want you to take one foot out, toes in the air. I want you to hinge down and stretch that big muscle running along the back of your leg. Then I want you to put your other foot out and stretch again, that big muscle running along the back of your leg, and then put your arms straight out and sweep them across the front of your chest and open up that big back muscle there. Oh, open up your back, open up your back. Okay, now stick your hands up, put your hands up over your head and stick them up and crank your elbow by the opposite and hinge over from your elbow to your waist. There you go. Excellent. Now, let's open your chest up. Now, let's turn to the side of your chair and twist those two muscles running alongside your spine. Okay, now the other side. Excellent, excellent. Now, let's stand. Stand beside your chair, and you can either hold on the chair, let go, but I just want you to pick up one foot and just focus on something. Focus, and hold that for 5 seconds. And then let's pick the other foot up. Focus. Hold for 5 seconds. And I'm sorry, it wasn't quite 5 seconds, so let's on the other side, hold for 5 seconds. Okay, now, other side. Okay, one more time. Okay, now the other side. Excellent. Now, once you have your hands down by your side and draw a huge breath of air up over your head and down. One more huge breath and down. And one more huge breath in and down. And I thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next time.
HostMy provides modern phone systems with mobile integration, HIPAA-ready business texting, and digital faxing solutions. More importantly, we offer dedicated US-based support, transparent billing, and unparalleled reliability. Call 931-581-4411 today and partner with the best.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Parkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Parkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Gentlemen, this past weekend we had the this year's induction to the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame, and that's put on by Parks and Rec over at D.W. Wilson. And the first one you're going to hear about is see that jacket right there? That is my East Junior High jacket that I got in, let's see, 66 less 3, so that'd be 60. This would be about 61, 62, 1961 or 62. And that is because of a man that I sure did think a whole lot of, and that's Coach Milner Carden. Milner Carden was put into the Hall of Fame this year. Well deserved for the many, many things he did for the young athletes in Tullahoma back in those days. And we're going to take you to that video right now.
The next inductee to the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame passed away in 2015. Born in the Depression, raised in Coffee County. He was a high achiever and a winner in every aspect of his life. He served his country for 4 years during the Korean War. He earned a bachelor's and a master's degree while excelling in baseball and track at what was then Middle Tennessee State College. In fact, he set the 1-mile record at the time at Middle Tennessee State College. He married Miss Martha the day after graduation, and they both started teaching at East Junior High the next Monday. For the next 9 years, he won big in football, basketball, and track at East. In fact, his football teams won 30 straight games. He moved to the high school and started the track and the cross-country programs and produced both boys and girls state champions. But he was much more than just a winner to us. He was a legend. He was a character. Like some of you, I had him in class. Look, somebody just randomly got a laugh. Yeah, had him in class. He was a great teacher and storyteller. Great. Now, once he started telling a story, everybody closed their books. Class is over. Here we go. But he's a great storyteller. Stern, but funny. He endured our torment inside and outside the classroom. Interesting things happened to him. According to the Tullahoma News, in November 1961, Coach Carden took his bird dogs out for a run, and they never came back. Now, they just kept running. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Did any of you ever run away from Coach Carden's house? Come on, fess up. In May of 1967, he made a hole-in-one at the country club. His mailbox became a prime target for destruction, and there is no telling how many times his yard was rolled. It never ended. On the other hand, it wasn't funny in 1975 when he caught a burglar at his home and the suspect shot at him 3 times. As we would expect, Coach shot back. So all of you that ran from Coach's house after doing some sort of mischief, we're all lucky. Accepting on his behalf tonight is his granddaughter, Paris Watson, his niece, Karen Gabriel, and his superstar, Larry Nee. The next inductee to the 2026 class of the Tullahoma Sports Hall of Fame is Mr. Milner Carden.
Good evening, everybody. As he mentioned, my name is Paris Watson. I am one of the granddaughters of Milner and Martha Carden. The other granddaughter is my sister, Savannah Watson, sitting right over here. But I want to begin tonight with thanking everybody and thanking the town of Tullahoma for honoring my grandfather and his lifelong dedication to this community that he loved so much. Briefly mentioned, he grew up on a farm in Coffee County where he learned very early on the hard work, discipline, and consistency that's needed in life. And those very values shaped everything that he later brought to athletics and his competitors as a coach and as a mentor. After going to high school, he attended Middle Tennessee State, served 4 years in the Navy, and returned to earn his degrees in education. Along the way, he was an accomplished athlete himself, competing in baseball, track, setting records, and learning firsthand what commitment to a team truly meant. In 1957, he married my grandmother, Martha, and immediately began teaching and coaching in Tullahoma, starting a career that would span decades. He coached football, basketball, track, and later founded the boys and girls track and cross country programs at Tullahoma High School. His teams won championships and competed at the highest levels, but most importantly, he believed in coaching the whole athlete. He kept students focused, encouraged them to try multiple sports, and used structure and accountability to build character within them. Beyond the field, he helped shape athletics in this town, including players for the Tullahoma Braves and helping bring Grider Stadium to our community. To so many, he wasn't just Coach Carden. He was a mentor who believed deeply in the power of sports to change lives. On behalf of our family, thank you for honoring my grandfather's legacy and for allowing his story to continue to inspire this community.
Hi, my name's Karen Carden Gabriel, and I am Milner's niece and next door neighbor. That might scare a few people to live next door to him, but I do. Milner is, I think, so deserving for what he did for all his students in Tullahoma, especially those he taught at East Junior High School and at Tullahoma High School. There's several members of the Carden family here tonight, including, of course, Milner's two granddaughters, Paris and Savannah, but also Milner's youngest brother, John Emery Carden, who's sitting over here. And we want to say on behalf of the entire Carden family, thank you for honoring Milner. I know he and Martha, who passed away in December, are beaming with gratitude. A couple of words come to mind when I think of Milner. There's so many stories I could tell as a member of the family, but competitive might be at the top of the list. If any of you knew Milner, he was very competitive. Whatever he did, he wanted to do the best and he wanted to win. Whether it was collecting antiques, cutting timber, selling magazines, I understand he always had to make sure his homeroom sold the most magazines. Does anybody remember that? Whether it's playing sports or coaching sports. There's so many stories that I know about Milner's competitiveness, from the time he ended up in the hospital in Cullman, Alabama, because he elbowed somebody one too many times in a basketball game down there, and he just completely got knocked cold. I've also heard about his participation in church basketball games that might not have been the most acceptable behavior in a church league basketball game. I think he played kind of rough in that too. And then I've heard the story of the time where he met with a group of kids at the first of the school year that they wanted to be on the track team, and he looks at them and he says, okay, I want to know of this group who is of a mind that it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. And a few students stuck their hand up, and he said, okay, you go leave right now out that door, because I don't want you if you don't want to win. So many aspects of Milner's competitiveness might not be kosher in today's world, but he did love to win, and he loved to develop young people into successful adults later on in life. He had a lot of compassion for his students, from buying prom dresses for girls to go to prom who couldn't afford it, all the way until his death, where he donated his body to Vanderbilt Medical Center for research for doctors. I found a document that Milner wrote himself, maybe for a speech at Rotary or something, I'm not sure. But he talked about his best athletes, his best teams, and even his own mistakes. He talked about only losing one track meet at East Junior High in 9 years. He talked about the streak at East Junior in football. He said his greatest track team was a 1970 team with Larry Nee, who you'll hear from in just a second. He said the greatest effort by one of his athletes was Jim Schallenberg in the regionals finals in the pole vault event. And this was after the guy broke his pole, and he still competed. Another highlight was bringing the regional track meet to Tullahoma, and I think Larry's going to talk about that for a second. He talked about his several individual state champions, Rick Moore, who's sitting over here in the high hurdles in 1968, Larry Nee in 1970 in the mile, which held the record for 8 years. These are state records. Phyllis Hines in 1977 cross country and the 1973 2-mile relay, which set a state record. He also talked about his worst coaching mistake. Evidently, he ran somebody named Jeff Anthony in 1969 in the 220 in the district meet only 5 minutes before the mile relay. He said that probably cost Tullahoma the mile relay state championship, so he always regretted that. And those are just a few. I'm going to turn it over now to Larry, who had firsthand experience being coached by my uncle. And again, on behalf of the Carden family, thank you very much for honoring Milner tonight.
I'm honored to be here. I was one of the first inductees into this Hall of Fame. I'm proud to be back. I think it's an honor for anybody who played any kind of athletes in Tullahoma to be part of this. Now, when Karen called me, asked me if I would like to come up and speak, I said I'd be totally honored. But you know what she talked about? Coach was competitive. He was more than that. He was driven. He demanded the best out of his athletes, even if it was just in practice. But what a lot of people don't know, he was a practical joker. When I first got to the high school in fall of '67, I thought about going out for the cross-country team because he told us if we ran cross-country, we wouldn't have to take PE. So he loads us up in his green and white Ford truck. We go to Dr. Gray's to take physicals. Well, Bill Sanders gets up, goes back, takes his physical, comes back out a couple of minutes later, got a piece of cotton under his chin, goes and sits down. They called Tommy Bowden to go back. He's back there a few minutes, he comes out, he's also got that cotton under his chin, he's moaning and groaning. Gary Gunn got called to go in there. I looked at Bill and I said, what on earth is going on with this? Dr. Gray's got to get a syringe and get some saliva out of your glands. I beat Coach Carden back to the high school and he was in his truck. Took him a couple hours to talk me into go back to run, so I was not going to get a needle stuck in me just to run track. Now, Karen mentioned some of the things that Coach was very proud of. In 1969, in Nashville, there's a track meet called the Banner Relays. And on the sports page, on the Wednesday before that track meet, NIL challenges Tullahoma. That's 11 high schools. Well, we went up there to that meet that night and we won it. And when the banner took the picture of our track team in front of that sign, Banner Relays, photographers up there to take a picture, Coach Carden pulled out that headline that says NIL challenges Tullahoma. Very proud of that. And also, when the region came down to Tullahoma in 1970, Tullahoma has something that nobody in Nashville had. We had an all-weather track. Between my sophomore and junior year, Coach Carden found the funding so we could rubberize that track. There was only one other track in the state of Tennessee that was better than Tullahoma High School, and that was UT Tom Black Track up in Knoxville. Well, we won the Banner Relays. 2 weeks later, we went back in '69 and won the region. Next year, we run mid-state. We had the regionals down there because Nashville only had center tracks, and TSSAA said, we're going to have all-weather tracks for regional state meet. And that was one of Coach's proudest moments because Nashville had to come to us. And we won that also. Also, while I was in high school during the one track season, the football team got a big weight machine. Big thing, had 9 different stations around it. And Coach thought, you know, the track team needs to lift weights. I said, Coach, I'm a distance runner. I don't need weight training. He said, well, Larry, anything you beat me on going around this machine, you don't have to do. I said, Coach, I'm all for it, but you go first. I almost killed myself, but that's the only day I ever got on that weight machine. Now, I want to thank everybody for being here. I know we could sit here all night and tell stories about Coach Carden. One incredible, great coach, had a lot of great athletes, and a lot of great memories, a lot of people. We've lost a lot of these athletes we've known over the years. One of my best friends, Jack Lynn, also went to the state meet my senior year, broad jump. Paul Cooley was up there with us, he's still with us. Willie Tauber was up there with us, he's passed. But there's a lot of great people over the years that could say a lot of great things about Coach Carden. And I'm just glad to be up here to put in my 2 cents worth. Thank you all very much.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent. We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker horde.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
For over 40 years, family-owned Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration is the name you can trust for residential and commercial HVAC installation, maintenance, and repair. As we transition to our next generation of leadership, the Stroop team is committed to providing your indoor comfort needs. We at Stroop's emphasize excellence in everything we do with certified technicians, 24/7 emergency service, and free estimates. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company.
Gracie and Pedro might not get along so well.
They're standing on my tail.
But there's one thing they agree on. There's a right seat for everyone.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Whether you're a dog,
Hold on, Pooch.
a cat, a fish, or a rat.
And I'm a ferret.
Be sure to travel safe.
How can you be so sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
On your next adventure, make sure your children are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Jawing with Jackie.
All right.
All right. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fine. How you surviving this cold weather?
Man, barely.
Barely?
Barely, yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, I've done pretty well.
Good.
I've just had some issues, and with water tried to freeze up on me, and I'm getting a little bit thawing out now, but still hasn't done all the way. So I've still got some issues going on, and I'm concerned and just don't know. I'm praying that it's going to thaw and everything will be fine, but you never know.
You never know. Usually when water freezes and thaws, when it thaws, stuff busts.
Well, if you got all the pressure, nowhere for the water to go now. I've got the faucets are open now. Nothing should burst. I'm praying that it don't. So thank you, Lord. Please don't let it burst.
Well, we hope not.
I'm praying. Yeah.
We hope not.
I'm telling you. So, but anyway, I should have paid probably a little closer attention. But I did. I was just saying that I worked a homeless shelter here in town.
Right.
With my church on Saturday, and I was gone all day. That's when it really got bad, and I was gone for like 12 hours. And during that 12 hours, it messed up on me.
Yeah.
Everything just went south.
Well.
Said, you're not here to watch over. We're going to do what we want to do. And the water just froze up. Anyway, I think I did. I tried to catch it, but it just didn't work out. So anyway, I'm okay.
Well, thank you for your work. I know our church has got, we've got this coming weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's really good what happens, what has happened with the Ministerial Association and and how these churches have come together
Amen.
to open up the place.
Yes.
And you know, it was kind of funny to me. I looked the other day. I was going down the road and I saw this church open. Said, "Well, open for homeless shelter," and it's 60 degrees. And I'm going,
whoa.
No. I know, and I asked my minister. I said, "How do y'all plan for that?" And he said, "Well," I said, "Yeah." I said, "We got one that's open 60 degrees. Nobody's going to be there now. This weekend, it's going to be 0, and this church isn't going to be open, you know." So
got to be open 24 hours a day.
Seemed like to me, you need to be doing it for them instead of for you, you know. But I know it's hard to plan and get people to be there, because you can't just open your building up and leave it wide open for everybody. You got to have some kind of rules and things that are going on.
Definitely.
And I know that the churches have all gotten together and figured that out.
You know, I've thought about this. I'm sure everybody else has as well. But we should have a designated place, one place maybe that will do this, you know, where we could do this, and you don't have to run from place to place every week, you know, trying to find, well, where are we going to be this week, or where we're going to be next week, or whatever. But if we had one place, one building, and I know we've got somewhere here in town that would accommodate, you know, 15, 20 people that, if, on a fairly regular basis, you know, might not be every day, but, you know, we're just talking during the cold season.
Well, you know, and I can remember at the Legion, you wouldn't think about it, but we had the homeless shelter at the Legion for power outages, because most people didn't know it, but Washington Street is a direct run from power to the hospital.
Okay.
So that is the last power that will ever go out.
Washington Street.
Is that street where that power runs, and it ran by the Legion. And so whenever the power would be out everywhere, there would still be power at the American Legion.
All right.
And so no matter whether we had a dance scheduled or what, when that power went out and we needed a homeless shelter, we turned it into a homeless shelter.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And so it was used for that for a whole lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And that, of course, when that building was gone and turned into something else, then all of that went away. And you're exactly correct. We need to have a place where, when it happens, no matter whether it's a Thursday, a Tuesday, or whatever it is, there's a place that people can go to find warmth.
And we got enough, you know, the churches, like you said, man the facility.
Sure.
And you've always got somebody that probably would be available to go there, and where the central location is, and to whenever that would be good. Yeah, that would be good. Anyway, you might be wondering why I got my Camp Forest hat on today.
I see your hat.
Yeah, I am. I was blessed. I was one of the few. I don't know how many were born out there, but I was one of the blessed babies that were born in Camp Forest. And back, I had a Marine lieutenant for a doctor. I don't remember anything like that, but just about that time that I was born. And that's connection kind of that I have with Tommy Gwynn.
Right.
Mr. Gwynn, my buddy. He's 106 now, and he
106.
I think, unless he's turned 107 on me, and didn't tell me about it, but I think he's 106. I've been trying to find him, locate him, and because he failed, I think, sometime back, and I think the last time we talked, I mentioned something about trying to locate him, and I didn't think he wasn't back home. One day I went over there and he wasn't at home, so I didn't know whether he was in between the hospital and going home, or the rehab center or something, you know. So anyway, but that's my buddy, Tommy Gwynn. He's world hero. And,
yes, he was.
He
is.
He is. But when I was born, I said that might be the connection that we really have gotten, don't even know about it. When I was born at Camp Forest, back at the end of World War II, Tommy Gwynn was out there that same month. And I said, maybe the vibes, you know,
Right.
our vibes are still connecting, got connected out there. I don't know, but anyway, he's my buddy. And so anyway, but there's an event. I saw it, I saw something about it some time ago, that during World War II, there was a ghost army. And did you ever read about that at all? But there's a ghost army that was developed. And what happened, what they did was they would have equipment, tanks and big heavy equipment that I don't know whether they were pictures of them or just regular. I think they were regular tanks probably and everything, but they maybe didn't have the manpower to operate them there, whatever. But in some of the war zones, they had these tanks and other big heavy equipment, and they would generate sounds like this equipment was active, and it was like the ghostly type thing, you know, and scare the enemy. So and that's what they did over in the war zone. And there's a story about it out on the internet, and I was reading something about that, and I first saw it, and Camp Forest was a part of that.
Right. Yes.
So anyway, but Lyle Russell is I saw somewhere in the paper where he has talked to the author of the book that the guy wrote a book about it, and going to have him in Tullahoma to speak sometime this year.
Right.
So I'm interested in that. I want
to know where you got your Camp Forest hat.
Oh, I got it from what's her name? Liz Taylor.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor, and
she had those made.
I guess so. She's our Camp Forest expert,
right?
Around here. So she had these caps, and I was just tickled to get one. So, yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd wear my cap, but I get a lot of comments and compliments about it, and it's a
good-looking hat.
It's a good-looking hat, and
it's a good-looking logo.
Mm-hmm. And it's good conversational piece, you know. So I've had several people stop to talk to me about this. You know, what's on that hat? You know, what's that about? And whatever. They heard something about Camp Forest. So yeah. But I'm interested in listening to that Ghost Army.
That's
all
good.
that information.
That's good.
Yeah, and they had one bit of it on TV one day on the news, and that was it. I haven't heard any more about it. Like
well, they don't need to give up all our secrets.
No, it was a secret for a long time, and so.
Hey,
anyway.
I'll tell you what, we're just about ready to run out of time here, Jackie. Thanks for being with us, and it's always a pleasure. And we want to thank you folks out there for being with us. It's I know it's cold in here, but it's warming up outside.
Thank you,
and
Lord.
maybe know that spring's on the way.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
I'm telling you.
And with that said, we'll see you next time. Be good to one another.